Hi everyone, welcome back in a brand new video of Baby Loving. Yep, that's me. Today is a little bit of more heavy subject we will be talking about.
Walking next to you may seem to be just another little thing in the world you see, but the truth is it just means so much to me. Oh, I'm gonna wag my tail.
I'm making this video because I saw another video by another person, I'm not going to say any names, who really touched my heart by this video. And it made me think about sharing this story with you, perhaps not because I want attention, not because I want to be that poor little doggo. I want to spread this video to you guys, not for myself, but for you all. I want to spread out this video so you can know that you're not alone and that progress can be made. I want to share this video so you know what is possible to reach just if you try hard enough. Now we don't know yet what I'm talking about, but you will after a little while. This video might end up being quite a little bit longer than normally, but just sit through and watch it all and you will understand my message at the end of the video. This video is kind of a mental health awareness video, just like the person I saw before making a video about it. Now, anything you see in this video, know that I am not that anymore. I am a really hyper, positive pupper right now. I love my life, I love living in this world, I absolutely love being me. So what you will hear in this video is my past and does not define anymore what I'm right now. However, it's still my past and something I still have to cope with and still carry on with me on my back every single day. And it kind of still makes me who I am, and it still makes up quite a lot of my knowledge in this world of my life. I feel my heart pounding right now, like really beating fast, just because I know this is kind of really hard topic for myself to talk about, and because I feel kind of really unprotected sharing it with you all, because it's sensitive and like I'm basically sitting naked over here right now. It's feeling like that. To start at the beginning, I have had depression for years, like for the biggest part of my life. I don't have it right now anymore, however. When I was a little kid, preschool, like 6 years old, there were those, I don't know why, but those higher grades where I was picking on the little kids. And I mean, I was kind of a different kid like all else. I wanted to be a dragon, I was playing constantly, I was walking around the full force, I was barking, howling, I was being really weird at times. I had a lot of imagination, so I was drawing and fantasizing and like, oh my god, I can fly, and making up theories of why I could fly and how I could fly, and I was a really active kiddo, and for some reason people didn't like me being that way. I didn't fit in with the girls, I didn't fit in with the boys. I was kind of an outsider for everyone, on every possible level. And I got beaten up for that, of course. Humans are very cruel beings, and it was like I was 6 years old and I remember being pushed in pieces of glass in the playground, or I remember like when I was about 8 years old, I remember getting those spiky objects, like those, I don't know how to call it, but like those seeds that fall from the trees, like, and if you open them there's a little bit of fruit inside them you can eat basically. They have spikes around them, and we had a giant tree in the middle of the playground, and those kids loved it to pick them up out of the ground and throw them on my bare skin, like my naked arms. They just throw it at them, or if they got a chance they would just grab my arm and like literally push the thing in my arm, because they know I would scream, and I don't know, but I like that. I remember very clearly about drinks getting poured over my head, or my stuff being stolen, broken down. I remember very well how I wasn't allowed to be with others, like when you went on a trip to go to France or something like that with your school, I wasn't allowed to sleep with the others, so everyone had a bed, but basically my bed was just claimed by the box because I wasn't allowed to sleep over there because I was trash. And I remember very well, and that's kind of the hardest part of my preschool. I remember I was 8 to 11 years old. I was a little kid, was being literally beaten up. I had those 3 guys which would walk to me and just grab me and just kick my stomach, or just kick on my legs, or just if I stood in the front of the row to go to the classes, I wasn't allowed because I was a loser, so they kicked me until I fell down, until I was at the end of the row because I wasn't allowed to be at the first place. It was really painful actually, and right now I'm still scared. If someone was like this, I will go back because I'm scared of being hit. It's very less now because I know I won't be hit, but the reaction is still there. The reflex to just back off is still there because all you could do back then was run. And the kind of the behavior I started making up was biting, because if someone has grabbed you around your neck and the other has grabbed you around your belly and the other is kicking in your stomach or something like that, I don't know. But if someone is grabbing you around your neck, you can't do basically anything if they're 3 times older than you, because they were like 11 and I was 8 or something like that. And the only thing you can do is you can bite. You can like, that's all you can do at that moment. So I bit and I bit and I bit until they finally released me and got scared of my bites. Finally stopped grabbing me over there, but of course I grabbed another place, but I was able to escape only because of my biting. And basically I was being beaten up and I was scared. However, I thought every single kid was being beaten up. I thought everyone was being beaten up. So I was a really happy kiddo, actually. I was really happy in preschool. However, I was also scared because I wasn't safe at school, but I wasn't safe at home either. When I would go home, my parents will be fighting at least 7 times a day. And basically at least in the morning, in the midday, in the afternoon and at night, and also at breakfast and dinner. There were always fights about little things, but it always ended up my dad destroying my stuff, like my presents or my birthday presents, because that would hurt my mom and he would know that. Or just my parents screaming. No, they have never physically touched me, of course. I'm blessed in that, but they still were very violent and it scared me as a little kid. However, yet again, I thought that was normal. I was happy. I was scared, but I was happy because I thought every single kid in the world is being beaten up at home and at school. Every single kid is like that, so I have no reason to like circle back. And then high school hit in, and I saw kiddos and I talked to kiddos actually. But no one know me, so people would actually talk to me in the beginning, and I got to know that people's parents were hugging and being nice to each other or to the kiddos and not screaming all the time, and that such thing was something that almost never happened at their home. And I got to know that physically bullying wasn't really a thing with most people. That most people just were like, hey, you're fat, but that's it. And I don't know why, but I crashed. My entire world fell apart. I didn't know anymore what emotions were, because I thought all my life that you should be happy if your parents were fighting. And now I heard that with parents fight, that people are sad and that it's not normal and stuff like that. And just my entire world fell apart and didn't know anymore what emotions were. I didn't know anymore who to trust and who not to trust. I didn't know anymore which girls were normal, which girls were not. I didn't know anymore who I could trust to not beat me up. Because I thought everyone would beat me up like I was used to. And my entire world was just falling apart, and I got in a depression, of course. And like from my 12 to my 17, 16, I wasn't living anymore. I was sad and I was crashed down, and every single thing scared me and every single thing made me sad. And I had no friends or stuff to talk to, and I don't know what, but I was keeping myself down, and at a certain point, of course, I couldn't handle it anymore, and that night, that day was actually, I wanted to die. I had enough of it. I was depressed for 3 years, but no one knew I was depressed, because I didn't tell my parents, I didn't tell my school. And at a certain moment I went to school and I made a story, and the teacher cried actually, because I'm still leaving a lot of things out, of course. And everyone wanted to help me, but I didn't know I didn't want to help anymore, because all I wanted was to die, and I just wanted to escape. I was tired of being confused, of being scared, of being completely fucked up in my head. And I just, at a certain moment we went on vacation and I was happy, and I thought, I don't want to die sad and crying. I don't want to give my parents that image of me at the moment I die. I don't want to be remembered as something sad. So my parents still not knowing, almost nothing, I made up a plan, and when I came back from vacation all happy and satisfied about what I did there, I went to school. However, I got off the bus, stepped on another bus, went through a bridge, and of course I didn't show up on school, so school started calling my parents, and no one knew where I was, no one knew what I was doing, no one had any doubt of what was happening right now. They probably just thought I was skipping school. And I was skipping school, of course. And I was standing there at the bridge, and I stood there 3 long hours of just looking down and being like, I'm gonna jump. But the only thing that kept me back was, I don't want to jump because I don't want to land on someone's car, before someone's car, and traumatize someone else for the rest of their lives. I didn't think about my parents, I didn't think about my friends, I didn't think about myself. I wanted to die. I stopped caring about anyone I know. The only thing I cared about was traumatizing someone else for the rest of their life. That's the only thing that kept me back. Basically, if the road was just empty and there would have no one been driving, I would just have jumped, because I was completely convinced like I want to kill myself. And I stood there laying over the edge like, I want, but I can't, because I don't want to fuck up someone else's life, because I already fucked up my own, but I don't want to fuck up theirs. So at the end I started calling suicide hotlines, and at a certain point my school started calling me, and my aunt started calling me, and I called back my aunt, and she picked me up, and we got help, and we started talking a lot, and I got physical help, like I got physiological therapy and stuff like that, and everything went going better. However, still not good enough. I was still scared, I was still sad, I was still being bullied, I was still confused at home, I still fights, I was still not safe at school, not safe at home. I was still a complete mess, and suicide thoughts kept popping up in my head, and I started cutting, I started doing self-harm, a lot of it, about once a week at least, and I mean like big times, like not just one cut, but like my entire arm just suffered from it. And I remember changing schools because I couldn't keep living on that one school because I kept being bullied, and it was just, the study was way too heavy for me, I couldn't take it, and like I changed schools, and for some reason I thought I got a new start, I'm going to be happy, but it was worse. It was fucking way worse. I have never been so scared to go to a class. Not because I would be physically hurt, but because of the words being thrown at me in that one class. I don't know why, but I was scared seeing those people, because I knew they wouldn't I hoped they wouldn't physically hurt me, but just their words at their own made me so scared of them that whenever I were close to them, I was scared to get a fucking fist in my face. I knew I wouldn't, but I was just so scared, and I'm still scared of those persons just because I know how much they hurted me with their words. Even though they may not always meant it to be that way and just joke and all, but it still hurt me because I wanted a second chance, and I just lost that second chance. And I don't know why, but I had triple going school, so I didn't go full days and stuff like that, but I crashed. At a certain moment I've destroyed the toilets there. I mean, like, they had to repaint the walls, and I think you know enough with that. Stories are still going around, I know about that day, and it was really dark. I did it, and I wanted to wash myself, like my skin, because there was blood everywhere, but those stupid kiddos were standing there and they destroyed my entire thing, I'd say, and I couldn't wash myself, so I just went to the class, and like there was blood dripping out of my clothing, like my entire sleeve was just red, because I couldn't keep care of it, like I couldn't, it just kept running, it didn't stop, I think I flushed 2 entire toilet rolls through, but it just didn't stop, it kept running, and I was getting scared, I was getting panic attacks, like I wanna keep my clothing clean, and I wanna, but like, and like my school found me, and they stopped me, and they brought me to my parents and stuff like that, because of course those kiddos saw the blood dripping from my arm, and of course they told my parents and stuff like that. And from that point I got actual help. I got into a mental hospital. I became truly happy, and I've been a lot of months in a mental hospital, but it also helped me a lot, and coming back from there might not have been a wonder, but it truly was something very positive for me, and I got a lot of strength out of it, and it took me still a few months to fully recover and get back to school and get back to being happy, but right now I'm truly happy. So my point is, please don't be alone with your own thoughts and your own feelings. Share them with your friends, with your parents, preferably with someone professional who can actually help you, because you might tell your friends, but your friends can stop you whenever you're being close to death. I've tried, and people don't believe me because it's so much, and you should say like you should die once, but dying really isn't easy. I don't know why, but I've tried 18 times, and I've been 3 times I've been really nearly dead, like ambulance to the hospital, saving my stomach, stuff like that. I've been 3 times nearly dead, but I've tried 18 times, and just something in your head will always stop you to just succeed. And so, no matter how much you talk to friends, they won't save you. Go to help, if you're feeling really down, go to your school trust persons, talk to them, ask for help. They might contact your parents, or talk yourself to your parents, get professional help, like therapists and stuff like that. There's nothing better than a therapist, in my opinion. You gotta find a good one, of course. Not every therapist is good for you. It's very specific. I think I've seen about 5 therapists, but my last one just really saved my life over and over again. Find a therapist, talk about your feelings, get help, call suicide hotlines when you're sad. They actually really help if you got a good person at the line, because I have also had bad persons on my phone, and that just didn't really help, and just called again with another person. Talk, because you cannot survive on your own. We are humans, we are fragile, we are sensitive, our brains are really destroying ourselves if we let them. So please find help and become something like I am right now, because it is possible. You can be happy, you really can. Well, I'm a really happy person, and I love my life, I enjoy. Please, if you're feeling sad, you can find me on Ternamino as PD Pink Dolphin, and I really will help you. I really will talk. I will not just ignore your message. Please contact me, and don't be alone. There are people out there who want to help you. Please. it's possible, it can get better, but you have to let it, you have to give yourself a chance to let it go better, because, for example, suicide is not a solution, it's not fixing your problems, no, it's just passing your problems onto someone else. It's just running away and taking away your own chance to become something better. Like, right now, I truly regret cutting. I truly regret every time I tried to kill myself, because I can see now how much I would have missed out if I actually would have died. I am so happy and so grateful to be alive. I have never lived before. That's how I feel like now. How I'm now living, I have never lived before like this. And just please, I'm here for you and there are others here for you. So please, just reach out for help and don't make the mistakes I made. Woof, PD!